Hello everyone, welcome. So, coming to chapter number 2 of Dr. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar, which is the syllabus of VVM, we are coming to chapter number 2, which is the formative years, education and influences. The chapter starts with a slow न अस्ति विद्या समो बन्धो न अस्ति विद्या समसुहृता न अस्ति विद्या समं वित्तं न अस्ति विद्या समं सुखम्. This means there is no brother like knowledge, no friend like knowledge, and no wealth or happiness like it. Coming to the chapter. An extraordinarily gifted person, Dr. Bhatnagar was just a scientist of eminence, but also an accomplished poet and an administrator. Education was his legacy. His father, Parameshwari Sahai Bhatnagar, being a distinguished scholar of English and history from Punjab University, and his mother, Parvati Bhatnagar, being the daughter of Munshi Pyare Lal, one of the first to qualify from Roorkee Engineering College. His grandfather on the paternal side, Rai Bahadur Munshi Manohar Lal Bhatnagar too, held high positions. It is interesting to know how formative years shaped the persona of Dr. Bhatnagar and gave him the ground from which to take off with the help of good education. Coming to the school days, Shanti Swarup's earlier schooling was in private Maktab, a primary school, the medium of teaching being Urdu, which he joined in 1901. Later, up to the year 1907, he studied at Dayanand Anglo-Vedic, that is DAV High School, Sikandrabad in UP. Shanti Swarup's father, Parameshwari Sahai, had a childhood friend, Rai Sahib Lala Raghunath Sahai, who later was to play an important role in the life of Shanti Swarup. Raghunath Sahai was the headmaster of Dayal Singh High School in Lahore. In 1908, Raghunath Sahai visited the family and found young Shanti Swarup specially good in literature and science. He persuaded Parvati to send her son Shanti Swarup for schooling at Lahore in his school. At the Dayal Singh High School, Shanti Swarup earned a scholarship in open competition. In fact, he got scholarship throughout his studies and also made his living by teaching young students privately. Shanti Swarup was good at all subjects. He was not only an inquisitive student of science but was interested and proficient in Sanskrit and Urdu too. In school, he was considered to be distinctly high up in literary attainment in Urdu too. He was so proficient in both Urdu grammar and Urdu poetry that his teacher thought that his attendance in these classes was not necessary. Shanti Swarup distinguished himself in every branch of the work of his classes, literary, scientific, dramatic, social, and gave the most complete satisfaction to his teachers by the excellence of his behavior. During these days, his headmaster, Rai Sahib Lala Raghunath Sahai, was a great influence on him, and it was here that he came in contact with the Brahmo Samaj. These formative years were crucial because his personality was greatly formed by the scholarly pursuits of his headmaster and future father-in-law, Rai Sahib Lala Raghunath Sahai, and his teacher, Rai Bahadur Lala Ram Kishore. The scientific bent of mind that he gained from scholars like Lala Bishen Narayan Mathur and Muhammad Ashraf developed in him an interest in experiments related to the electrical fields, string telephones, and electrical batteries. He published his first paper letter on how to make carbon electrodes for batteries in 1911 in Allahabad newspaper, The Leader. The name of the newspaper is The Leader. Coming to higher education, in 1911, Shanti Swarup passed the matriculation examinations with a first division from the Dayal Singh High School and joined the Dayal Singh College, Lahore, with a university scholarship. Here, he developed an interest in theatre under the tutelage of distinguished professors. His own writing talent was recognized when his sectional play Karamat won the first prize in a one-act play competition. Even when studying later at Forman Christian College, Lahore, he contributed his literary talents to Dayal Singh College. On one instance, he translated a song in Twelfth Night in Urdu. Social services was inculcated among students of Dayal Singh College, and Shanti Swarup was happily a part of this, displaying great enthusiasm. At the Dayal Singh College, Shanti Swarup had won a college scholarship. His subjects were English, Sanskrit, physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Professor N. Godbole mentored Shanti Swarup and was friendly with him. He stimulated Bhatnagar's enthusiasm for indigenous industrial products. In those days, Shanti Swarup wrote a paper on fermentation phenomena of pomegranate juice, which was published as an article in the magazine Roshni, a periodical of the Society for Promoting Scientific Knowledge. Shanti Swarup passed the intermediate examination of Punjab University in 1913 with a first division and joined Forman Christian College, Lahore for the BSc degree, for which he studied physics and chemistry. He took up an honors in physics in 1960. At Forman Christian College, he began his scientific pursuit in earnest. Chemistry was taught by Professor P. Carter Spears, who used to be regarded as the father of technical education in the university. The grasp of theoretical chemistry acquired from Professor Carter Spears laid the foundation for his work in the industrial chemistry. He was taught physics by Professor J. M. Bennett, M.A. Princeton, who was excellent in experimental physics and had done research with Arthur Hawley Compton, the Nobel laureate in physics. It was Professor J. M. Bennett who taught him the subject, and with him Shanti Swarup did his first research on surface tension for his MSc degree. An interesting incident of Shanti Swarup's graduation days cannot be left out. In the examination of chemistry subject, he wrote that X-rays could also be reflected, refracted, and polarized as ordinary light. But Mellor's textbook of inorganic chemistry being followed in the college did not mention this fact. The textbook was the Bible for the examiner, and there was no wonder that the examiner failed Shanti Swarup for writing something which was not in the textbook. During his college days, Shanti Swarup had been under strained circumstances. As an undergraduate, he had earned his examination fees by making an inventory of the contents of the Forman Chemical Laboratory. On 31st May 1915, Shanti Swarup married Lajwanti, the elder daughter of Rai Sahib Lala Raghunath Sahai, in accordance with the Civil Marriage Act of 1872 with Brahmo rights. To shoulder the added responsibilities, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar worked as a demonstrator in physics and chemistry in Foreman Christian College and then as a senior demonstrator in chemistry in Dayal College. The employment, however, did not hinder Shanti Swarup's effort in pursuing higher studies. He joined the MSc course in chemistry in the Foreman Christian College and completed his post-graduation in 1919. In MSc, his thesis was on the effect of absorbed gases on the surface tension of water. His ability as a university student was such that the principal Dayal Singh College, Mr. Wellinkar, wrote Mr. Shanti Swarup was one of the ablest students in that large class. He distinguished himself in every branch of the work of his class. One of his professors, Professor Ruchiram Sahani, helped him get a scholarship from Dayal Singh College to study abroad. This made it possible for him to set off to America in 1919. He reached London en route to America but was held up there because of all ships sailing from England to the US were carrying American soldiers who were returning home after the World War I. After trying for several days to find a ticket for a US ship, he requested the Dayal Singh Trust to let him stay on in London. The trust permitted him to join the University College London under chemistry professor Frederick G. Donnan. He obtained the Doctor of Science DSc degree in chemistry 1921 from Ramsay Laboratories of University College London under the guidance of Professor Donnan. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar immersed himself into his research work on the subject colloidal chemistry and emulsion and emulsifications. 2 years later, 1921, he presented his thesis titled Solubilities of bi- and trivalent salts of higher fatty acids in oils and their effects on the surface tension of oils. While working in London, he received a fellowship of £250 a year, which enabled him to travel to Germany and France. He worked as a research student in the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute, Berlin, and also in Sorbonne, Paris. In Sorbonne, he met Madame Curie and visited her laboratories.